So recently, Emmanuel has released the Pixel Experience and Pixel Experience Plus official Android 13 for our device Mi A2. Yeah, after a long time, we are going to make it for Mi A2. So when I was checking here, I had this installation structure, sorry, installation instruction. So I was checking that and I found that this ROM is supporting the feature called retrofitting, so dynamic profile. So what is this? Even I had a very little idea about it, but was telling it's super IMG, which is I have seen it in the Realme pad. So I have gone through this thing, and in the Android source I have found the exact short detail that I am looking for. So dynamic partitions are user space partitioning system for Android. Using this partitioning system, you can create, resize and destroy partition during over the air, which is in OTA update. With dynamic partition, vendors no longer have to worry about individual size of partitions such as system, vendor and product. Instead, the device allocates super partition, okay, only one single partition, and that will have all the sub partitions will be dynamically allocated within that single partition, which is called super partition. Individual partition image no longer have to leave empty spaces for future updates. Instead of remaining free space in super is available for all dynamic partition. So basically it is like currently we know that we have a three partition, which is system, vendor and kernel. Here they said product. Okay, when the system partition have some GB of size 1.5 GB or something in your mobile, but the OTA update which the brand is giving like 1.6 GB, they have to it won't fit inside that 1.5 GB or something. Maybe they reduce vendor and they increase the system partition, who knows. The changes will happen right whenever the new feature on new Android versions are coming. So that time this super partition will be like combination of all three, this one, or else maybe like one single super partition. That's why they have the name called super. So in that partition, all this small partition will be allocated to this single partition. So even if it is increased also, still we will having the space in this one super partition, so it will be managed dynamically. So that is how it is mentioned, that dynamic partition or retrofitting. So our Pixel Experience also supports this one. So we have to go through little bit different procedure than earlier. So I was reading this entirely, I already read it. So what I'm going to do, the basic thing is that you need a USB debugging device on. This is to unlock the bootloader, which we have already did. And the second is booting the custom recovery through fast boot. This I have to do it. So I already have downloaded both this. I have downloaded this Pixel Plus edition. So inside this I have two files, download build and then the recovery. Both I have downloaded it, and all the things I have kept it inside my Pixel Experience folder. Okay, here I have copy partition and Pixel Experience ROM, super empty partition and Pixel Experience recovery, and I have this ADB fastboot tool. So we'll see one by one so that you will get an idea. So I have downloaded both the files. So once you download it, you need to click, I will leave all the links, so you no need to worry. Here you have this install guide. Once you click this, you will be getting into this page on Jasmine, install Pixel Experience on Jasmine Sprout. This process we have already done, which is unlocking the bootloader. Hope you have already done. Now we are going to install this custom recovery through fastboot. So in my device, I have this fastboot. So what I am going to do is I'll just connect my USB cable. So here I have it through this one. And I believe this is not turned on, the ADB is this one. So I'll go to settings, and then this one is currently in Android 13 of Tequila OS. So system, and then developer option, and USB debugging. Okay, so I have enabled the USB debugging. So now in my this one, I'll open this ADB tool. and here I have a comment here option. So now I can set ADB devices. The prompt should come here, so I will always allow it. Okay, so here the device is allowed, and here I can see my device is attached. So now I can go through the process one by one. So first is ADB reboot. So which is simple. I can just type ADB reboot boot loader, enter. So here in my device you can see it is rebooting to bootloader. So it is in fast boot. So you can also fast boot by key combination, which we already know. So fast boot devices, it should come. I can check it again. Fast boot devices. So I have already installed this fast boot driver and also there is no issue. If you want to know, you can check the card which appears right now. Second thing is if there is no error and also I can do fast boot flash boot and then the recovery.img. So what I can do, well, fast boot flash boot and drag and drop the recovery file. So recovery file, I have it in here. So in here I have the recovery. It is img file, pixel experience sprout official. So which one I will drag and drop and then click enter. So it is flashed successfully, finished. So now what I can do, I can just go ahead and reboot to recovery. So fast, this one with the power off. So now I need to turn off. So volume up and the power. So volume up and power, I will hold it. Okay, that vibrate will happen. After that you need to release it. Okay, now we are in the pixel experience recovery. Here you can see it, and now I need to make sure that all my firmware partitions are consistent, because sometimes in the active partition you will be having the recent one, and in the inactive partition you will have the old firmware, which may cause the eventual hard break, potential hard break. Here they have mentioned. So I don't think that will happen, but still I am going through this process. If you are having it, it may fix the issue. You need to download this copy partition zip file, which I have already downloaded it. You just need to do the ADB sideload. So I have this already. I have booted into recovery. So okay, here I have the option to do this apply update and then apply from ADB. Okay, so I'll connect the USB cable and then I'll select the apply update from ADB. Okay, so now the sideload started. In the bottom you can see it, the sideload started. So I just need to do ADB sideload, and in my this one I can again check it like ADB devices. Okay, the device is attached. So ADB sideload, and then I'll drag and drop the file. So here I have the copy partition folder, so which I can drag and drop. So you are just now doing which will copy all the partition to the secondary B partition. So we can have wait for some time. Okay, so now all these important partitions are copied to our this one. It is back to our recovery. So now we can proceed the second step. So just to summarize, we have first installed the recovery. This we already do it every time. Second, we have ensured all the partitions are consistent. Okay, now we are going to do the pre-install instruction. Okay, this is what gonna do this dynamic retrofitting. Okay, so for this I need to must flash this super empty img. So which will create a empty partition, empty folder, super image in this one. So if this is also one time process, so next time if you are installing again some other ROM that supports dynamic retrofitting, you again no need to use this super image or something. Okay, this is just a one-time process. Okay, so I'm taking some time, I know, but this is really important, so I'm just going through step by step. Okay, so super head over to this one and download the link. So I already have downloaded that super MT also. So here I have it. So it just comes like a 4 KB. Okay, so we need to go back and we need to go to advanced. So in the recovery I will go to advanced. Okay, in the advanced I need to do enter fast boot. Okay, enter fast boot. So this fast boot is not same as this what I would say, not same as the fast boot. So it is in fast boot D. So here you can see the this one, it is showing as fast boot D. So it is showing as fast boot D mode. So that is what we are trying to achieve here. So what I can do here, they have clearly mentioned it is then in fastboot D. Okay, it is not normal fastboot and bootloader. So I can type fastboot devices. Here you can see the fastboot is connected. So what I need to do, I need to fastboot wipe super. Okay, I need to wipe this super partition in that super partition. Okay, so fastboot wipe and then boot. Okay, wipe boot, and then I need to drag and drop that super.img file. Okay, so in here I have that empty super.img, empty img, which I can enter. Unknown command wipe boot. Maybe it is wrong or something. Sorry, not wipe boot. Yo. Okay, fast boot wipe super. Okay, mental flow. Wipe super and then drag and drop that file. Okay, if it is deleted, boot means drag and drop that file. And wipe super also, it is showing unknown command. I don't know. So now this issue is resolved. So what I have did is after flashing this copy partition step, okay, I forgot to do this part, I guess. So what I have did is after this advanced, this one is there, no? So in the advanced option, I just rebooted to recovery. So it just refreshed it. So now I have tried the super.empty command in the comments. So it is started working fine. So both the things are formatted now correctly. So now the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to install this one. So in the I have downloaded this one. So format it. I'll enter to recovery. It was in fastboot D. So I have entered into recovery. So factory reset, and then I need to select this option, which will eventually format all the data and stuff. So now this part is done. So the data is formatted now. So I'll go back. So once I'm back, I need to select apply update and apply from ADB. Okay, so it is now applied from ADB. So now what I can do, I can select ADB side load, and then the RAM, this ROM file, which I have it in here. So ROM file, I'll just drag and drop that ROM file here and click enter. Now it should be installing. So I hope it doesn't give any issue. Okay, it is started flashing correctly. So yeah, even that simple things make big issues. So that website, the Pixel Experience site, this is very important. You need to do these exact things. If you forget even a single step or something, it is just giving the nightmare. Okay, install everything. Also, when it is installing, I was reading the comments here. The people said I got error update 63 error and this one error, this one. So if you get into the trouble, check currently which partition you are in. So you need to switch to that opposite partition and you need to try it. Okay, so that is one of the things. So how to do that one? Here I have this both command. So fast boot get where all means it will give all the variables whichever there. Eventually it will also give the partition, current partition. So if it is telling A means you just set the partition to B. Fast boot space dash dash set dash active equal to B. If it is telling that your current partition is B, then set it to A and then try to flash this ADB side load, because here he said he was in A and switch it to B, and another guy said I was in B partition, so doing it opposite have worked perfectly fine. Yeah, also we have a lot of other procedures to install it, so that is there. So this process we forgot to do it, I guess. Now reboot to recovery for safer side, so it is not there in the procedure, but if it is not booting we need to try it again. So this retrofitting is a little bit I feel it little bit complicated, but this is one time process. So finally the installation is completed in the 47% or something. Here you can here also it is telling it as completed. So right after installing it, do we need to do anything? Apply update side load. Once the installation is successful, click back arrow in the top and reboot to the system now. So here I have the reboot to system now, so which I have done it, and I will just reboot it. Hopefully it boots, it doesn't make again any issues. So we'll pray the God, praise the Lord. Aham Brahmasmi. So it is booting. So the first boot usually takes no longer than 15 minutes depending on the device. If it is taking longer, you may have missed a step, otherwise feel free to get assistance. It takes 15 minutes. So this I have successfully booted within a minute or two, so that is great. So now I will click get started, and I do have the SIM card, so I will set up it offline. So that is important because I need to check, because some people telling there is a bug in this one, what headphone jack or something, so which we need to check it right here and there. So I will connect the headphone and check it right here. Guys, don't unsubscribe. I'm doing this for you. Don't unsubscribe or dislike. Okay, it takes some time. That is how the process is. Okay, the headphone is detecting. So this is Skylark headphone, 99 rupees. The headphone is working perfectly. So the installation method is correct. Let us also try this wireless headphone. Where is my wireless headphone? So here I have this headphone. I need to connect it Bluetooth. Okay, Redmi Buds R3. Okay, now it is connected. Let me check it. Yeah guys, this one also working fine, so there is no issue. So how this is going to work, I don't know. So I will just reboot it again and I will do the initial setup and things. So this is with the latest January this year security patch, and so everything is good, seems good. We have Google Camera Go, Gcam Go, and yeah, that is pretty much it. And yeah, we will see. I will make sure to use it for my daily driver, and we will check it how it is actually happening. So yeah, thanks for watching. Quote